A group of UT Austin researchers set out to learn how many Austin homes would be survivable if the city lost power during a heat wave.
The answer is in a new study published today. It's a first-of-its-kind study that assesses the indoor heat vulnerability for each single-family home in the entire city.
The project is part of a collaboration between the university, city leaders, and community members. KVUE's Daniel Perot is here. And Daniel, city leaders say they will take this information and rethink their approach to heat mitigation.
That's right. UT researchers put together this map of the city of Austin. It shows the vulnerability of different neighborhoods, the risk of somebody who could die if they stay inside their home during a heat wave, and then there is a power outage. The dark red you see on the map, that is the highest risk. The yellow, that is the lowest risk. The idea is to pinpoint the locations that would most benefit from heat mitigation efforts. If the power goes out during a heat wave, new research from UT Austin says 85% of Austin homes could present a significant risk of death for an elderly person inside. For younger Austinites, that risk drops to 15%.
We want people to be aware that heat is a silent killer.
To determine the survivability for different groups, researchers simulated the conditions of a 3-day heat wave with temperatures above 110 degrees and a power outage. UT Jackson School of Geosciences professor Dave Niogi says the most vulnerable neighborhoods were Runberg and St. John's.
We start looking for areas where we have an older habitat and where we have less tree cover as the areas to be considered as vulnerable.
The heat risk for specific buildings can vary based on attributes like age, materials, and construction.
The more sidewalks, the more parking lots, the more rows you have, the hotter it is.
Mark Couder with Austin Climate Action and Resilience says the data will allow the city to take a methodical approach to mitigating risk and ensure resources reach those that need them most.
But we want to make sure that we're really focused on the areas that have high heat in ambient, sort of in the area.
For example, he says they could add cooling centers, create home weatherization programs, or look at planting more trees in the areas most at risk.
We want to make sure as the world gets hotter and as Austin gets hotter, we provide resources to people to ensure that they're safe.
In the future, every single family home in the city could face some level of heat risk. The UT City Collab predicts heat waves could double by the year 2100.
This requires a sustained way that we are developing a resiliency by increasing our tree cover, by developing an infrastructure that is adaptive to these extremes that is in place.
City leaders say the new data is a starting point. By better understanding the impact of heat, they hope to be better prepared to keep Austin cool in the future. UT researchers hope the study and solutions that come from it can be adapted in other places. They say this approach can be replicated in other cities across the country and around the world. I spoke to Niogi when he was at the airport today. He's actually heading to the Middle East and Asia, where he plans to talk to people about how they can learn from this study. In the studio, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.